Hello, friends. Welcome to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have had a week last week, did we not? So, this is our updates for, August the 24th? Man, it is hard to believe August is almost over. Retreat is almost here. So, let's get into what did we do last week. A lot, friends. We did a lot. So, first thing we did was finished our little maker's tote. This is the small one. It has a pocket on the front. I have not put a clasp on that because this is the small tote. So, I didn't feel like I needed one on that pocket. But we have the zipper back here. Guys, I think I put some things in there. This will be going with me on retreat. I'll have all kinds of things in it. And friends, look, we have our flap here. This is a jacket zipper. And what that means is it comes apart. And look, friends, I've already got things in here. See that there? I've got my mat cleaner in here. I've got my little tool holder while I'm at retreat. I need a little one. I don't need my big one. I've got some extra needles already in here. I've got machine oil already in here. That's an extra machine oil that I have. It's a new one because I'm about to need a new one. And as much as I clean my machine, friends, that little thing will last forever. Let me show you the one that I use right now. The one in the bag is new. This is the size of the oil that I use. Now, I still have to the bottom of that sticker. You'll see there, I still have that much left in there. That'll probably last me another 6 months because this little bottle right here has lasted me since 2023. That's how long I've had that. And I clean my machine and oil it every few days. If I don't do a lot of sewing, at least once a week. But friends, that is our very first project that we finished. Got the handles done right, not sewn together anymore. And see that looks really good. That's our zipper. You sew your zipper tape onto your zipper and it makes it so easy to put in there. But friends, this maker's tote was so easy to do. The only thing that was not easy was this binding. And y'all, I'm not even showing you that. That's a hot mess. But it's done. So it's done. We're done with it. I'm going to be doing a large one and kind of trying to do a step by step. I'm not going to show you sewing the whole thing like I did with this one, but we will break it down into some easy parts. So friends, what is the next thing that we finished doing this week? This is our little picnic caddy. I see I've got some threads here that need to be trimmed, and if I don't trim them now, I'll forget and they will bother me on my trip because I plan on taking this on my trip. Friends, my husband got home today. He's been off working on a shutdown for probably a month, and he had ordered a whole bunch of things for our camping adventure. On our way to Wyoming, we're going to do camping adventures. And so we are testing them out. The first thing he tested out is that air conditioner. Friends, I may have to use that thing in my house. Because I came in today and I was hot. I know I'm not looking at you guys. I'm checking to get all my threads off. I was hot and I told him, I said, I need this house to get cooled off. It was so hot. We had another 104-degree day today, friends. So here in Louisiana, we're suffering with the 100-degree days. And it has been all last week, 100-degree days. But this is our picnic caddy. When you open it up, you will see it's got, this is a large pocket right here. That's for your plates. You have it on both sides. Then you have utensil pockets there in the dark blue area. These are all pockets. I'd say that's maybe for napkins, and then your spoon, fork, and knife, and whatever else you may need. But that just works out wonderfully. I am thinking about maybe putting some Velcro on the sides, so if it falls, nothing falls out, and maybe putting a piece of Velcro up here at the top. That is, if the plates will allow it. It's got some pretty deep pockets there. Now, I'm thinking instead of using like paper plates, to carry like 2 hard plates, maybe melamine plates with real silverware. And I can carry wash wipes. You know, oh my goodness. There is a spider, friends. And if there's one thing y'all need to know about me, is I don't like spiders. I do not do spiders. Did y'all see that thing rolling around? I bet that got on my Yuletide sampler because I've had my back window open working with my M tool. Okay, friends, sorry. Sidetracked. Let's get back to it. Anyway, but I'm thinking about carrying regular utensils and plates, because you don't necessarily have to have a lot of stuff. Or I could put my utensils and stuff in there and put a roll of paper towels, but somehow I've got to get this to hold together. Okay, so friends, what is the next thing that we did this week? We did Yuletide Sampler 2. Now, y'all, if you watched the video, you did not see me put together blocks, but I do have this block right there put together. That's the complete block. You don't see all the way to the top, but it's okay. But I got all of my larger pieces put together here. And what I need to do is press it. I don't do a lot of pressing on camera because my pressing station is over here to the right of me. So when I get over here, I'm behind the machine, so y'all don't see that. So I just went ahead and sewed all my panels together, you know, like this. And I'm going to press them. And once I get them pressed, I'll be ready for Friday. So this coming Friday, there will be another Yuletide Sampler 2 where we are putting these together, making our blocks. But I will be pressed and ready to go then, friends. So that is going to be exciting, getting this put together. Now, I didn't think I was going to like this as much as I do. Let me find my book here again. I'm not much of a sampler quilt person. So, you know, something like this is really busy. I'm just not much of a sampler quilt person. I don't know how I'm going to like it once it all gets put together. But I do know at these long strips like this, I do love those. So now that we know what we have completed, what are we up to this week? Well, guys, I've got to get my reflections mystery clues caught up. I am several months behind right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with my groove on that, but I need to get it caught up before I go to retreat, because we get our final clue at retreat. So, yes, that's going to be exciting to get that clue. So, that'll be another quilt top that I have. Right now, I have 2 quilt tops that need to be quilted. I'm holding off getting those quilted just for financial reasons, because I want to save as much money as I possibly can to go on this trip. And just getting the things I need for the trip are proving to be a little costly. But, you know, I've got my budget set, so I'm good to go. As long as I stick to my budget, which it may be hard. It may be hard once I hit a quilt shop. But friends, let's see. I plan on doing the Reflections Mystery Quilt this week. I plan on pressing out my Yuletide sampler too. I plan on cutting the fabrics for my next maker's tote for the large one. So, friends, I'm so excited. I love this little bag. It is so cute. It is so, so cute. I'm really liking this bag. And Miss Sharon, I hope whoever got your bag, Pat, your kit and all, I hope they are nice enough to return that to you. And I mean, even if they open it and think they want to keep it, I'm hoping they realize what it is and then realize, hey, you know, maybe I need to get this to her. But I hope you get that because that's a really cute little bag. Really fun. So what else do we have going on this week? We do have an update with my younger sister. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a video a few days back, my shopping haul video. I had to talk cryptic because they don't want the grandchildren to know, but I'm thinking it's okay if I put it out there now because her daughter has put it out there pretty much. So for those that were not on Tammy's live the other night, I'm just going to say this and let me preface it with, we're okay. She's okay. We have a very positive outlook on this. So it's still a hard pill to swallow. My younger sister's 47 years of age. On Tuesday of last week, she was diagnosed with stage 3B inoperable cervical cancer. It is classified inoperable because she has 3 masses that one of them is so large it's pressing on her kidneys, which has caused her to have the kidney failure she had. But now her kidneys are functioning great with stents. But she is going to start. Now, she had told me 8 weeks, but her daughter posted 4 to 5 weeks. So I'm sure it's going to be somewhere in that window, 4 to 8 weeks. She will be on 5 days of chemo, 1 day of radiation. And the doctor is very optimistic about it. He stated to her that it was it was contained. So we're thinking very positively about it. She is still having trouble eating. She cannot eat right now. She said, I talked to her yesterday and she told me her and her daughter went for lunch and she ate some baked chicken. She said it was delicious. And she says, I don't know if I'm hurting because I overate or if it's just this. She said, but she was very sick and she hasn't started treatment yet. So it's not treatment. This may be a long road for us, but we're staying positive, we're keeping our faith, and we're asking for all the prayers, good thoughts, vibes, whatever you do, whatever spiritual connection you have, we're asking for you to keep her in your thoughts and prayers and well wishes. Because this is going to be hard on her and her children and us as her family. It is a very hard pill to swallow because our family, like on this line, has never been touched by anything as drastic. My older sister has a heart condition, but her heart condition, she actually went to the doctor Friday and got the best report she's ever had. So, we are accepting the hallelujahs where they come, and we're having struggles. We're accepting that we have this struggle and we're just pushing forward. So with that, I know I had told Tammy the other night that they were trying to keep it under wraps because they didn't want the grandkids to know the cancer word, because she has 2 grandchildren that are old enough to know, and they would probably, have a lot of trouble with that. And that's understandable. They're young children. But her daughter has put it out there. She has a GoFundMe out there for it, because they're going to have to travel 3.5 hours, 6 days a week for her to have treatments. And now she has no income whatsoever. So that is where we're at right now, is just trying to get her from point A to point B for her treatments. And for those, I know we've had a lot of friends and family supporting, and they don't want to stand through the GoFundMe, because GoFundMe, takes a portion of it. But my niece has like all of her like Cash Out, Venmo, Zelle, I think something else. I don't know. They use all the PayPal. They use all these different money forms that I'm just scared of. PayPal is good enough for me. But so if you did not understand what that cryptic was, that's what it was. And I was telling you, they're deeming it inoperable right now because the tumor is so big that it's pressing into her bladder. He said that's the only reason they're classifying it as stage 3B. I've never heard the stages have a B or anything, an A, B, C, D. I've never heard of that. But the doctor that she has is the #1 gynecological oncologist. I thought it was urologist, but it's not. It's oncologist in the state. So we're very blessed to have him on her case. And he's referring her to the #2 doctor in the state if he's not available. So we're very looking forward to that. But they are hoping at the end of, she had told me 8 weeks. So I'm going to go on the 8 weeks. At the end of 8 weeks, they're hoping that they can operate and remove everything. And they're saying at this point, everything is contained, which is great because they can go in, take it out, and be done. But they're hoping the tumor has shrunk just enough for them to be able to operate it. Right now, they cannot operate because everything is so big. It's pressing on everything in there, and just makes it hard for them to get in there and do what they need to do. But friends, yes, the first few days I was a basket case. I was still processing it, but I think I've processed it now, and we're at this point. This is what we do. This is what we're going to do. And this is going to be our outcome. She's going to be able to have the surgery, and she's going to do great. That is where we're at. So I just know I talked cryptic the other evening in that video, and I was like, I feel like I deserve to give an explanation. So friends, if I'm ever just having trouble with my words, it's because right now my family life is very overwhelmed with this situation. So I did forget to mention the other thing that we have had last week, which was yesterday. We did have a Destash. I'm pre-recording this, so it's before the Destash. I'm not sure how the Destash went, but if you are interested maybe in anything that was in that Destash, just shoot me an email at myhobbyhomelife@gmail.com, and I will be sure to respond to you to let you know if anything that you're interested in. I can let you know if it's available or not. Payments do need to be made as soon as possible. If you have not let me know that you're ready for your invoice, go ahead and email me. Please let me know so I can go in and invoice you. There is a possibility that I will have another Destash this upcoming Sunday as well. I did not get any EPP kits or my 3-yard quilts in that Destash, so I may try to go on and put those in this next Destash. I may do a Destash just for that. I don't know. I'll do a destash with whatever's left, plus I can add that. But if there will be a destash, there will be a video coming out Saturday morning for you to click notify me to save it, for you to join me the next evening. I'm hoping it gets to where I can do that. I'm hoping I can do that. Because, friends, now we're at the point of every penny that I get on these destashes is going straight to my trip. And friends, we're going to have a blast because I have been working on goodie bags for the trip this week. I'm not completely done with everything. I've got some X-Tool things to do. And this is my X-Tool. If y'all are wondering what I'm talking about, it is a laser printer, cutter, and engraver. So we're going to play with that. And we're going to have a good time doing it. But I'm still learning things on it. I've learned how to do stickers. I've cut some wood. Y'all saw the little ornament that I cut. I do want to cut a lot more of ornaments. And if any of you may be interested in maybe some of the ornaments to have children paint, they can be just 1D flat. They don't have to be like a 3D ornament, because those are very thin. I'm just going to say that real quick. Those are very thin. I'm thinking about cutting some for my grandkids, and we're going to paint and glitter them for Christmas. So that's the idea with that. But friends, we are looking at just a week of possibilities right now. I am not real sure what I'm going to get done, but it's going to be a busy week. I know I've got to get my Yuletide sampler. Let me show this to you. Let me get this out of the way. I've got all of my rows here. Just rows, rows, rows. I've got them all here ready for me to press so I can start putting them together. But friends, thank you so much for joining me. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you checking out my videos, hyping me, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel. It costs you not a penny. It means the world to me for you to subscribe to my channel. Leave comments on my videos. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.